Hi, everybody. Welcome back to that Eurovision site. As you can see, more interviews are coming your way. And today we are starting off our video interviews for Söngvakeppnin. And I am joined by Diljá. Hopefully I pronounced that right.
Yeah.
Who will be participating in this year's Söngvakeppnin. How are you doing, Diljá?
Hi, I'm so good. Thank you for having me.
Okay, so let's start with a quick icebreaker because I know we've been exchanging DMs trying to get this interview sorted, but also like just now. I wanted to ask you, it's like, what's one thing about yourself that not many people know about?
Oh, um, I'm left-handed.
I'm guessing I'm
That's
guessing
such a
it's
lame answer, though.
no, don't worry. It's like a lot of the people I know are right-handed, and I only like know like a small percentage of people who are left-handed. So
Yeah.
you get quirky things by asking that question, and that's one of the most like that's the one I haven't heard for a long time. So kind of
Yeah,
good.
like my right hand is basically useless. I don't use my right hand for anything. It's just to balance like the weight of my body and that's it.
So it will be a bit weird for like when you're like trying to do stuff with your right hand, you're just like, nope, that doesn't feel right. Okay, much better with the left hand.
Yeah, I do absolutely everything with my left hand, and I actually got my like body measured a few days ago,
Yeah.
in terms of like muscle and stuff. And yeah, my left hand is like has a lot more muscle than the right hand.
ah, don't we all? But anyways, I wanted to ask you because for Eurovision fans, this will be the first time they see or get to know you. So I wanted to give you the opportunity to introduce yourself to the Eurovision fans and tell us a bit about yourself if possible.
All right. My name is Diljá Pétursdóttir. Both of my parents are from Iceland. I'm 21 years old. I'm a singer and a songwriter, and I'm also a student learning physiotherapy in the University of Iceland. And I do CrossFit. Um, yeah, that's like pretty much everything. Sorry, I'm looking so much outside because suddenly there's snowing so much. I don't know if you can see if I turn my
Yeah.
camera around because it's very pretty. Can you see
Oh
it?
wow. Oh wow. And so moving on, let's get on with the reason why we're here is because you are in Söngvakeppnin. May I ask what made you want to participate in the Icelandic selection this year?
It has literally been my dreams since I watched Eurovision in 2009. I was 7 years old, and Johanna Guðrún was in the second place. She was from Iceland, and I thought that her show was just the coolest thing ever. So I decided there and then, just I am going to do this one day. And ever since then, I'm not lying. This is 100% truth. Since then, since 2009, I have like every year been like, should I do it? I want to do it. And then it came to me. I am a firm believer that like the universe is like makes things happen when they're supposed to happen. And yeah, this year just it happened. It's all coming into place. I love the song. I love my team. Yes, that's the reason.
Okay, so you'll be participating this year with now I am gonna hopefully don't butcher this. Lifandi inni for the Icelandic version and Power for the English version. Can I just ask what was the creative process for your entries like? Because obviously in Söngvakeppnin you have to have the Icelandic version and the English version.
Yeah.
So I wanted to ask was like what was the creative process? Was it difficult like putting the right words in Icelandic and English to make sure that it's cohesive and sounding the way the message of the song should be.
Yeah. The song was originally written in English, and the Icelandic version, it didn't take a lot of time. It came pretty smoothly, but of course, there's a huge like challenge to capture the same feeling and like matching the words with the lines and stuff. Do you know when like Daði, his song 10 years for 2021, 2020, sorry, it's 2020.
2020 was Think About Things, and then 2021 was 10 years.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I'm talking about Think About Things. His Icelandic version there didn't like the lyrics was just a whole another concept than the English. Just a fun fact. It's like a fun fact for you people that don't speak Icelandic. Like the same song and like two completely. I think I am telling you the truth. If I'm not mixing something.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
Okay,
yeah.
Had you heard about it?
Yeah, we heard about it because he was talking about it when he won, and he was just like, yeah, the Icelandic version is like, we only wrote it because we had to write it, but
yeah.
But do you think that do you think that the Icelandic version sends the same message as the English version? Because obviously people are like,
yeah, like 90% the same. Like the vibe, and like there's a little difference in the vibe. Of course it is. Like the Icelandic version is a little bit more like focusing on like you have like oh my god, you have no power over me, and the English version is more like I am taking the power back. There's a little difference in the vibe there, but otherwise it's I think we captured the vibe pretty well.
When the audience sees you perform your entry on Saturday, what kind of message would you want to send with your song as you perform it? Like, what emotions are you trying to tell the audience?
Pretty like intimate. I'm gonna be alone on the stage, and I think it's like the act is gonna be like pretty raw. I want to use the word raw, and I hope it makes sense. And yeah, like the message with the song is like, you are behind the wheel. Don't let like fear and your shadow like take too much of advantage of your life. So like I think that's a like a raw energy. I hope that doesn't sound like weird in English.
No, it's
it makes
more
sense
like,
for my Icelandic
yeah,
brain.
no, it is. Raw emotion is like your true self and nothing else, just your emotions. Yeah. Okay, so
it's not like very sparkly or anything. It's just gonna be me, the song, and like I'm gonna pour all my emotions out with it.
Exactly. Okay, so Söngvakeppnin means if you do win this year's competition, you might go to Eurovision and might go to Liverpool. What are your thoughts on the perspective that you may potentially get the Icelandic ticket to Liverpool this year?
That would literally mean the world to me if that would happen. I'm gonna do my absolutely best, and then I would get to like meet like all the other contestants from other countries, and probably meet Sam Ryder, meet Alessandra from Norway, and yeah, just like be around people that like have the same passion as me. That would mean so much. Like people that are passionate for Eurovision and music and like peace and love. That sounds so good.
And we're keeping our fingers crossed, and hopefully that gets to you as well. Let's talk a bit more about Eurovision, because this is fans want to know. We talked about Johanna earlier on, so I'm guessing that's your earliest memory of Eurovision. And I wanted to ask you, like, what's your favorite Eurovision songs other than Is It True? Do you have any others? It doesn't have to be from Iceland, it can be from other countries as well.
There's always a question if a song is considered as a Eurovision song if it doesn't make it to Eurovision, like a song that was in Melodifestivalen but didn't win. Is that still a Eurovision song?
it would be Eurovision adjacent, as people would say.
Okay, I'm gonna have one song that's
Eurovision adjacent, yeah.
yeah, and that's Statements from Lorraine. I think it's like
Oh.
one of the greatest song ever. I
Mhm.
love it. And my favorite Eurovision song, I am torn between Amar pelos dois
Mhm.
and City e Poema.
Ooh.
I am butchering it. The Italian song that won
Oh yeah.
2021. I
Oh
don't
yeah.
know how
No,
to
no.
say the name.
I think it's like ZT Ebony, but like
Buonica.
I'm guessing people would correct us in the comments. But I'll say though about Loren, that was like I don't think I'm still hurting about that. But like
Yeah, me too.
but if the stars really align in your favor, you win this. And over 2 countries down, she wins her selection this year. Who knows?
No, no. I would lose my absolute shit if I would meet Lorraine.
Mhm.
She is an icon.
Yeah. Okay, so one of my last questions is obviously you've mentioned about your performance. You're gonna be alone. Is there anything else you can reveal, or is that mainly it? You're just gonna sing and let all your emotions out on Saturday night, just being alone on stage.
Yeah, like hopefully just I can get enough of sleep and be like in good shape that day so I can just like relax and just let it all out.
I wanted to ask you because obviously I've actually listened to both the song quite a bit, and what do you do to warm up? Because there's some high notes in there. So
Yeah.
like, how do you warm up, and how do you make sure that like your voice is like crystal clear and you're giving it 100% all the time? What is there any secret to it, or is more like just like do like a high school musical like vocal warm up every time you do it?
No, there is a secret, and I can tell you. You have to warm up the supportive muscles.
Mm-hmm.
And I do that with some breathing exercises and some like I've been getting into like one breath challenges from like TikTok.
Yeah.
Like, do you know Snowman, the song from Sia?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like try to do the one breath challenge with that. And like if I can make it the whole way through, that means that my support is very like warmed up
Mm-hmm.
and ready to go. So I do exercises like that. And I think it changes a lot because the support has to be on fleek to hit these high notes.
Well, all I will say is I cannot wait to see what the results of that would be on Saturday.
Yeah.
Okay, that actually leads me to my final question, and that is, I know that this is your first time doing this. What is the one thing that you've learned from all this process that you'll take with you going forward, whether it is you end up winning and going to Liverpool or just taking part in Söngvakeppnin?
Oh my god, sorry, my mom just called. The one thing I learned.
Yeah.
That's a good question because I feel like I'm learning so much
Mhm.
every day in this process. But it's like, sorry, my mom is calling me again. Okay, hopefully she will wait. I feel like I'm learning so much every day in this
Mhm.
process, but for some reason that's like hard to put a finger on like one thing. I guess like one thing like I had some very hard days in this
Mhm.
process because of like I feel like the pressure was getting onto me and just like the crew from Roof who are like doing that Söngvakeppnin like have just helped me very much with like calming my nerves and like
Mhm.
teaching me like that it is okay and it's normal to like feel
Mhm.
angry sometimes and like you just have to let it out be like honest to yourself and the people around you. Just like rather than just like put on a brave face and like I'm okay all the time. Like you don't have to be okay all the time.
So that it is
Yeah,
no.
like that's one thing that I've learned. But as I just said, like I feel like I'm learning something every day from the crew and just like with the experience.
Continuous learning, basically.
Yeah.
You can never know everything. You'll always learn something new every day.
Yeah, right.
All right
Exactly.
then. All right then. Well, that takes us to the end of the interview. I wanted to say thank you so much for your time, Delia. I know that you're very busy with the preparations for Söngvakeppnin and wish you the best of luck for Saturday. But before we go, is there anything you want to say to the international viewers who are watching this right now and just say your thanks and maybe say hi?
Yeah. Hi. Thank you for listening. You are behind the wheel. Don't let your shadows get in the way of you doing things you want to do.
All right then. Thank you very much, Diljá. Diljá is participating in the first semi-final of Söngvakeppnin with Lifandi, inni. I think I'll just keep butchering the Icelandic titles, but and you know, if they're successful, they'll probably go into the final on the 4th of March. Thank you very much, Diljá, and wish you the best of luck.
Thank you so much for having me.